Wait for y'all to get on in here. Y'all should have known. I had no choice but to get on to this one. Come in. Afternoon. Waiting for y'all to come in. I hate dead air. Hold on, guys. I don't mean to have dead air, but I'm gonna give y'all a little preview on who we really about to get into, what we about to get into, so to speak. Here we go. Quick clip. Here we go.
Man, there is no satisfying women. You go win 5 championships, make hundreds of millions of dollars, have toned muscles.
Tap screen, please. Please tap screen.
Know you. Women all around the world could want you, and LeBron James could quite literally be envious of your game. And yet, your wife can still do this to embarrass you on national television. Get excited, but why'd you have to pretend to take your ring off? Is this an overreaction? Let us know in the comment section down below. And there is no satisfying women. You go win 5 championships, make hundreds.
And this.
Steph Curry. Ayesha Curry. Well, my wife just cussed me out. Shay got it.
No, that ain't it. There we go.
Steph Curry's wife Ayesha receives fiery words from a comedian.
Come on, Corey.
Welcome went on a rant, taking shots at Ayesha
and
Steph Curry's relationship, specifically targeting Ayesha. He accused Ayesha Curry of being jealous of the attention her husband Steph Curry receives. Holcomb referred to an incident at a Drake concert where Ayesha's reaction went viral.
Hey, look, this is what's happening in America. It's a lot of feminists, or whatever that word is. Women
talk about it, Corey.
They started this shit.
Ayesha Curry type. Ayesha Curry was at the concert with her husband.
Right.
Talking about Steph Curry, what?
This woman was so mad that Drake was speaking to her husband and not giving her all the credit.
Despite the criticism, there have been no reported issues between Ayesha and Steph, who celebrated their 12th wedding anniversary.
Hello, y'all. Hello, my bad.
Even Ayesha responded to the situation on social media.
Tap screen, please. Please tap screen.
Steph Curry's wife Ayesha.
Tap screen, please.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves, but me the past 10 years I don't have any of that. I have zero to south.
I don't get why you complain. Why are you complaining?
And I'm is something wrong with
You're a multi-millionaire by yourself.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Something that really bothered.
bro is in the dream situation. The albino boy won MVP unanimously.
Thank y'all
she
for
out
being here.
Putting nonsense in the street about her family. Have we heard about Steph Curry with hoes and all this? It ain't been out there. I'm not saying it ain't. He ain't hoes, because we been. We know how it goes.
He got that wholesome whole appearance.
But you are in a position that you would never be in, because you ain't even no raw. You really ain't. Me. You not raw. Because he didn't marry her. Look.
True. Maybe she peaked too soon.
She
Maybe
average.
she was the baddie when he got with her. Now she's
At best.
baddie.
Fatty face for sure. You got that Cabbage Patch doll face.
Ooh, Corey.
Steph Curry, bro.
Corey ain't worth a damn, bro. Okay. Now I got a little introduction out the way. Let's really get into it. Let's really get into it. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Let's get it. Come on, Coach Greg.
If you haven't seen, I know you're probably getting the clips of this, and you're like, let me just skip to the main event. Well, what you don't realize is the previous 3 hours, I've been setting this main event up properly, talking about the fuck you boss up, evil world we live in, all right, the segment about how, you saw the Caleb Hammer segment, you saw the loser talk.
Tap screen, tap screen.
The boycott shit and stay
Tap
home.
screen, tap
You also
screen,
had
please,
Strike
please,
One
please,
Single.
please. Tap screen,
Set
tap
this
screen.
main event up. And
Tap
also
screen,
the
tap
Kristen
screen.
Bell segment that was in the evil world we live in, where she said she wished she was more promiscuous in her 20s, leading up to her marriage of 10
Tap
years.
screen, tap screen,
So what's
tap screen, tap
happening is
screen.
The Ayesha Curry effect is a classic effect to see, because initially Ayesha Curry was the savior for all women as far as men were concerned. She was an ideal woman. Now she's a woman that is kind of pivoting because of the marriage wheel. Right? The marriage wheel is undefeated. And if you guys are new to my programming here, you're looking at the best entertainment on YouTube. You're looking at where your favorite YouTuber sneaks all of his little attention. All right, so here, all of it, their little talking points comes from directly from me in a sense here. But this is the marriage wheel. You have several phases, and you can't really see it that well on the screen, but you have the phase where almost everybody's good, the honeymoon period. Then it goes into the investment phase. It's phase number 2. That's going on the right side of the screen. Okay. Honeymoon period, everything's nice. You never have an argument. Engagement, planning, wedding, fornication, fucking, all of this stuff. All right. The second is the investment phase. That is on the mid to lower right side. And then you have on the
I'll be
bottom
right
side
back, y'all.
is phase number 3, which is the bait and switch. All right. If men are
And once again, shout out to
never been
Coach
married,
Greg
they need to
Adams.
shut the fuck up. All right. You don't know what they're talking about. But the bottom section is the bait and switch, which in this case, we're going to talk about when women bait and switch. Men also do things in this part of the relationship that are detrimental to the marriage. So you have the husband works a lot of time, but the big part is the woman becomes a feminist. She reflects on what she's sacrificed, and then she will say, what I could have been. Okay, so a woman will look, this is just how women work, guys. What I could have been. Okay, I could have been more sexually active. I could have been CEO at 32. I could have been rich. I could have married a millionaire. I could have had a train. I could have married LeBron James. I could have married instead of this guy. So she'll reflect on what she could have been. Kristen Bell is in this. I could have fucked more people. Now men do this. It's shameful. Damn, I should have. Before I got married, I should have fucked more girls. All right, this would be disgusting behavior for a man to say. All right, instead of having kids and a wife, I could have been a free agent and single. Like, this is disgusting narrative for a man to say. Absolutely disgusting for us to sit around and believe, right? And also, we know what's the reality. I could have got a better looking woman than my wife, but I could have dealt with more bullshit. I'll just stay with my wife. So the marriage wheel basically is predicated on predicting your marriages. Now, all marriages go through this. Men and women just simply compromise their way out of it. What'll happen is, at stage number 4, which is in the middle tier area of the left, when a woman wants to quit, aka I don't want to wear the wedding ring anymore, I want to be CEO, I want to fuck more men, blah, 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 I want to have an open relationship.
Talk about Coach Greg.
Now you're up against the gun. Alright, so you don't follow the bait and switch, you tell her to go kick fucking rocks. Now you're over here fighting for your life, like R. Kelly. Right? You're fighting for your children. You're fighting for half your resources. You're fighting in the courts. You want to take kids to therapy. You lose half your shit. Blah, 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 blah. Then most men are encouraged to go at it again. Well, maybe it was a bad woman, or maybe if you were a better husband, then you do it again, and it's a wheel. Some men kick the hell out of there. Like, I kicked out of there. I only needed to learn once. Well, maybe it's teach a woman once or twice who she is, and I'll believe it.
Exactly.
And I say, well, hey, I'm not changing you, so I'll just cut bait. It's hard for men to get there. You guys are constantly negotiating with people who are violent, and you're getting weaker every time you renegotiate. You guys gotta just drop their ass like a bad habit and go on to the next thing. Okay? Alright, so we got the Ayesha Curry effect. According to the internet, and people are saying we're taking her out of context. Okay?
How?
By the way, men also go through the marriage wheel. Men do things against women all the time. Like, I get it. If you want me to share that, ladies, if you want me to share that, send me some money, and I'll share that with you in season 8. But there's men, for an example, men look at their wife at 40 and they want to fuck a 20-year-old version of a wife. And they start fucking the secretary and they want to get their youth back. All right, they start looking at porn of barely legal teens with their feet out, right? They're supporting OnlyFans girls. They want to talk to young bitches, right? Where when you go out to brunch with them, he always waitresses and young bitches and hostesses and shit. And he think he still got it, ass nigga. So
Big fat.
men go through that as well, where they're like, damn, I still want to fuck some 20-year-olds. Right? I still want to be outside in a Porsche. And I think I'm gonna get some hoes that are gonna be on me. That's they're gonna go through that as well, especially 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years into the marriage, where they got married young and they're 30, 32, and they still want to fuck with some college girls. All right, that's all part of it as well. That's all kind of regret. But Ayesha Curry allegedly has been out of context, but this is what she said. Now, this is gonna be terrible for men. Men are gonna hear this and think this is terrible. But remember, she was the ideal wife when she was making cookbooks and all of that shit about 8 years ago. Then she pivoted and she started experiencing postpartum depression. Because when the marriage wheel investment stage is accumulation phase is being initiated, you're gonna find that she's gonna start trying to experience going back and returning back the hand of time. So now women are siding with Ayesha Curry and men are against what she's saying. Let's play the whole video. No, it's 2 minutes, so not the whole video.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be a career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. Did you talk to Steph about it? He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true, so why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why?
All right.
You feel like that is.
All right, so let me.
Shut up.
She's an empty vessel. She's pretty much an empty vessel. She should be seen and not heard very much. And
Yeah,
it's hard
pretty
to
much.
tell women this, but ladies, when you got a dub, you got a dub. Shut the fuck up. And listen, I'm a man, so I don't have the ability to do this. Like, I gotta work and do things and talk my way out of the situation. I gotta be smart and intelligent. You could have just shut the fuck up the rest of your life and been good. You could have kept this shit to yourself. But hey, you can't tell women this. They need to be talking. All right, I said this to a woman one time, and she said, "Well, why you talking?"
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you.
All right, but even handsome men gotta be able to put 2 and 2 together. All right, but as you can see, she gone.
I gotta pause Coach Greg for a second. I want to give you an overview of Ayesha Curry. For some of y'all that don't know, Ayesha Curry is the wife of Steph Curry. Ayesha is a restaurateur. She's a mom, supposed to be an actress, but I haven't seen nothing that she acted in. She's a restaurateur. She got cookbooks, and here's the thing: she's worth 20 million by herself. But yet, even though she's worth 20 million by herself, allegedly, has these restaurants getting money off of these cookbooks, she still comes off as an unhappy woman. Now, from what I've seen, this guy is not mistreating her. He's not talking about her badly. She's just talks about, being unhappy. Now, if this guy was mistreating her, then I couldn't understand why she's unhappy. But me as a guy, you got a guy that treats you well, treats you nice, takes care of you, takes care of your children. Why are you having a problem not, quote unquote, being happy? Is what I'm wondering. Tap screen, tap screen, tap screen, please. Let's go back to Coach Greg Adams, please.
Right, and the streets are.
Thank you,
cold.
thank you.
She can't just take that.
Thank you for the
and shut
gifts.
fuck up. She got hazel eyes, light skin. You won. All right, you're married to a billionaire. That's about as good as it's gonna get. But of course, they want more. They want more. And she wanted to work her way to death. She wanted to work her way to riches and shit like this. She couldn't keep this character going just for the bag. Nope. So, as you can see, Steph is in the negotiation phase. This is a horrible stage of grief to be in where you're bargaining. So it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, tall, white, light-skinned, whatever you're doing here, you're always going to be in this situation in a marriage. Why? Because she has the leverage. Steph could lose his wife. He obviously doesn't want to do that, so he's going to defend her. He recently defended her against her previous podcast statement, which is this one, but they're keep releasing clips from this. I've already covered this clip. I've already covered a clip from this podcast, but more clips are leaking out. She's already showed her hand. She wanted more attention on Instagram. She didn't realize that people were treating her respectfully because she was the good wife. And they were treating Steph respectfully because they were like, he's a good husband. He ain't one of these niggas. Like, he ain't. So, this is an equal match. She's like, there's more out here for me. So now I gotta reveal to the world, I didn't want all this shit. Steph doesn't understand. Let's go from that point. I wanted more.
Why is she complaining?
Why are you thinking this way? Steph's like, bitch, why are you thinking this way? Bitch, I got a double header tonight. I got a back-to-back night. I gotta guard Anthony Edwards tonight. Bitch, you hit me with this.
I don't understand why she complaining.
It's not true, so why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, it is all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
A marriage wheel is undefeated. Let's explain what happened here. She was kind of forced into this honeymoon period. Remember, she had a life plan. He showed up. Oh, I thought you was going to be a gym teacher, a high school coach. I didn't think he was going to be an NBA All-Star and one of the greatest basketball players ever. And I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom and, have your babies. Okay, I'll do it. It seems all right. Yeah, I'll go along with the plan. Now you're in the investment phase. She says after the first
Thank you.
I was locked in. I couldn't really pivot. It is always Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I was forced into it.
Thank you, Cherise Hudson, for following. If anybody else wants to follow, be my guest. Please go ahead and follow. Please like as well. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, please. Please tap the screen.
What she doesn't want to become, because that's going to be harder for me on the back end. I want to tell her what she's able to do, and if she don't want to do it, I can kick her ass to the curb. I've done that once. You should just do this. You should be happy doing that. That ain't going to help you guys. That ain't going to help you. They're going to be what they want. So she said, my life before Steph, I was a CEO at 32. I was kicking ass at fucking Enron. I would have had a C-suite executive. She's gonna say this later. I would have been kicking, but now that I got this daughter, I realized my life was gonna go on this trajectory. And guess what? I'm not happy. Now you've heard her come out with outlandish shit about this guy. And of course, you know, Steph defends her. I'm not saying he shouldn't defend her. He's got to defend her because he knows what he's about to lose. But you heard what she said. This is just a clip. People are saying you need to watch the whole show to get context. Man, this woman is not a great speaker. So I don't need that much context. I can hear what she's saying.
I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore.
Ma'am, I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. Which means now the kids are priority. Steph is the priority. I didn't have time to think about what I wanted. I.
Hey, like,
Me.
listen to how...
And I'm not saying this to be nasty or anything, but I think soon as a woman becomes pregnant, you are not the priority. The priority, if you marry your child's father, it's the father of that child and your child. That's the priority. You automatically, as a woman, get put on the back burner. But the question is, are y'all ready for that? And to me, I don't think Ayesha was ever ready to put herself on the back burner.
It makes me feel... And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly.
So quickly. Oh, it happened so fast. See, I've said this before.
How does getting pregnant happen so fast?
When you get into a situation where the woman is going to be telling you we should get married, guys, most of the time it's the woman saying this. I know women want to think men pressure them into this. I would beg to differ.
It's women.
I want to get married. I want to have an engagement, a dress, a ring. They're so wanted that stability that they're kind of pressuring you and they're not asking you. Like, sometimes women don't ask for money, but you'll give it to them. And then when you say, well, I gave you all that money, she'll say, but I didn't ask you for it. I thought you were being generous. I thought it was a gift. Same with marriage. You ask them on bended knee. In their mind,
Thank you. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen.
And you're fucking them. You say, I'm going to put the babies into you. I'm going to put these babies into you. You're just saying that so you can nut. In their mind, you forced her into pregnancy. You made her have a baby quickly after marriage. So she didn't have the time to think about her life and where she wanted to get out of life. I didn't have the time to think. So this is how women work. You should expect this so that you can get the best out of this world living with women. Because if you don't, and you think women are going to think differently, you're going to be shit out of luck. I'm giving you the cheat code to this life. I'm giving you the programming to this life. And any woman can pull this shit. I don't care if you got a woman you've been rocking with for 10 or 15 years. She can pull this at the drop of a hat. You better be ready for this. I don't care if you're a cheat code, regular woman, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance. It's going to happen where she can victimize herself. Well, he forced me into it, and I could have been out here in these streets. I could have been CC'd exec. I could have. That's what you're hearing from her. I'm breaking this down. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying she's feeling what she's feeling is wrong. She's feeling what she's feeling. But it happened so quickly. We had the first kid so quick. Imagine you're the daughter listening to this. Now, if a man was walking around saying this about his daughter, you know, I got married to her so fast and we had the first kid and I wasn't even ready for these kids, you know, but she wanted to have a baby so fast and I could have been MVP of the damn league without her. Okay, let's continue, man. Let's continue.
I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared. And
Wow.
I didn't think twice about it.
Okay, this is incredible. One thing that I heard a young lady say, and that you call is very valuable. All right, I heard a young lady say this. She was about 26 years old, and she said to me, the thing you have to understand about women is they don't think about what they're going to say before they say it. Okay, this is another thing you need to write down. They don't think about what they're going to say before they say it. No woman thinks about what they're going to say. They'll think about kind of the situation and we need to talk, but they never think, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to articulate my point right off the bat. What they'll happen is we need to talk. They'll think about it for 3 or 4 days, then finally get you in front of you, and they haven't think about what they're going to say. They're going to operate on their feelings and emotion. They're going to hit you with a lot of and ahs, and as soon as you hit them with the okey doke and the Jedi mind trick, all they shit falls apart. Now they scrambling and scraping for shit. As you can see, she's not articulating her point well at all, to the point where I say if men say this shit, they would be buried. So she's gonna articulate her feelings. That's all she's doing. I didn't have the time to think about it, and it happened so fast. My previous life, I was thinking about what my previous life was gonna be. Then when, okay. So women do not think about what they're gonna. When you're having a conversation, just understand.
Thank y'all. Tap screen,
When they
please.
say it.
Please tap the screen.
They haven't thought that shit out. All they about to do is just blah, 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 with a lot of and ahs and looking up left and right and a lot of stammering and stretch. Okay? And then when you catch them on some shit and you hit them with it, then it's plausible deniability. That's why they lean on shaming language, manipulation, lies, plausible deniability, all of that shit. That's why they got to do it. Because they ain't thinking. They thinking about how they feel about it, then they got you in front of you, then you start hearing tears and seeing tears and fake crying and murmuring and falling on the ground, right, and passing out. Now you're abusive, controlling, you won't let her get her words out. I'm like, bitch, you ain't saying nothing but pausing and looking up in the air. All right, so I'm trying to finish the thought for you. Let me take this conversation over for you. Bitch, you ain't saying nothing, or you keep reiterating the same point over and over again. We're 30 minutes in, and you just repeated yourself. Let me end this shit. Let me land the plane.
The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, Money 101, Money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator.
Tap screen, tap screen. Tap screen, please.
Let's get our blue chip mindset on. Today, shout out to the chat. I still deal with this. And I'm in therapy. This is why you always hear women talking about therapy and therapy and therapy. Ma'am, we don't go through life like this. Now, I know we got trauma, and trauma ain't never hurt anybody. All right? Not like y'all's trauma. This is why they got to be in therapy all the time. Because they're wrestling with themselves. And this is why I say I don't wrestle with women, because they can't even wrestle with their therapists. They can't even wrestle with themselves, let alone wrestle with me, because I'm ruthless. All right? I'm ruthless. But now we got the therapist in there. This bitch is a millionaire billionaire. She could divorce and become one of the richest women in the world. She's in therapy about still thinking about what she could have been. I mean, listen, I know people are going to to say, well, money doesn't fix anything. You got a lot of bitches that will take $500 from me right now and throw me some pussy right here. So I don't want to hear money don't mean shit. She's set for life. She wants to be in these streets. She's been begging for it. She just needs a exit off of Highway 304. That's all she needs. She needs a good reason so that when she jump off this motherfucking exit, that everybody gonna say she made the right decision. Because right now, there ain't nobody she can replace Steph with. There's nobody. She needs somebody, one of these executives at one of these, what do you call it? These, the Silicon Valley executive, like Steph's mom did. Uh-oh.
Talk about it.
But she's like, man, nah. Now, she's using this as an excuse to why to say the marriage ain't working for her, when in reality, she just is jealous of Steph's success. I mean, that's just where it is.
She's jealous that she's not the main character. Fact.
I thought I was going to have an equal partnership, but she doesn't have power in this relationship.
See, the problem with Ayesha wants to be the main character. She needs to understand, you are not meant to be the main character in this dynamic. Her position is to be the wife. Either she can be the wife or she can step away. It's just like cut and dry.
Alright? I don't have power in this relationship.
All she gotta do is keep her mouth shut and play her part.
So I feel powerless. How do I get power? One thing you will realize is that you're in a power struggle with your girl. If she's in a subservient relationship, she'll try to wrestle away power. Right? She'll try to balance that power somehow. If you're in an equal partnership, she'll try to balance that power. Right? She'll buy her way out of doing traditional roles, or she'll say, yeah, we're in an equal partnership. I'll have sex when I'm ready, and you just have to wait. That's a way that women deal with power, because men have the power. We have the power of the penis, and we have the power of being strong and resilient and ambitious. All right, they don't. Right? They need more sleep. All right? They need a whole bunch of shit. They need to rest. They don't need to be in discipline. So that's all she's doing. She's trying to wrestle away this power. She just doesn't know where to go with it yet. She doesn't have a highway exit off of Highway 304.
You lose all of those things that were interesting about you.
Wow.
Even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool. Then what are you doing?
All right, so this is here the last couple 10 seconds here. By the way, she doesn't articulate herself really well.
Things that were interesting about you.
So if you lose those things that were interesting about you, you have to understand, we're understanding. As men, women had a life before you. And they had to. In today's world, especially when you're dealing with modern women, what they're doing is they're living their life prior to you.
Yep.
And handing
they
over
are.
bags to you after.
They
Whereas
are.
when women were younger, they weren't of the world yet. All right, they had a small worldview. They had a small reach. And their reach wasn't as high. They didn't have goals and ambitions and dreams to be rich millionaires and CEOs and didn't have their own bag.
Tap screen, please. Please tap the screen.
Mid-2000s, where women could have their own.
Please tap the screen.
Riches and their own houses. This is all new. So if a woman is married and settling down before that, then it's hard for her to be settling down for you after that, if she hasn't been able to try to reach that. So what are women doing today? I'm going to live my 20s out, then turn it in. I'm going to be of the world first, then pick the male second. You're going to hear this when women defend what Ayesha.
Which is stupid.
This is the new male and women dating selection process. More women are going, let me try to become rich and famous. Let me try to come settled. Let me buy my own property. Let me have my own power. Let me have my own money. Let me do all of this first. Let me fornicate. Let me fuck Kristen Bell. Let me fuck who I need to fuck. Let me take my own trips. Then I'll get together when the power is equal. When I have what I needed to have. Instead of getting married at 21, I'll get married at 29, 30, 31, 36. Then it's power couple, and then it's don't date. You're a 30-year-old man. You should be dating 30-year-old women. And their therapist is hearing this shit, years and years, racking up $250 an hour or 10
Yeah.
medical insurance.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going. This is
Talk about it.
Of picking partners and male partners and female partners is going to be exactly what she expressed. Now, this is an important transition here. The more like they live in the world, the more likely they're not going to be a part of your program. All right, they need that power. They need to realize that, they need to realize what they could have got out of this world. All right, they need to see it out.
Yep.
They need to build their fortress first, then come in and see if they can merge with you. I can't help that this is the way of the world, but this is the way of the world now, primarily from
unfortunately,
and certainly today, single people going forward. This is how people are going to make selections. Women dictate this. Why is this important now? Because Ayesha Curry was the face of traditionalism. She also had a tweet talking about, let me see if I can show you this. Ayesha Curry's tweet. Let me see, tweet about attention. All right, this is 2019, y'all.
2019.
This is how fast things change. All right, let me see here. Here's the tweet. If we can get it. Oh, damn. It ain't showing. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, that's not the one. It's right here. Who remembers this? This is from 2019. As the world changes. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. It wasn't a tweet about attention. It was a tweet about how women dress. How women dress. Let me see if it still stands here. Let's see if it still stands. Alright, yeah, here we go right here. This yeah, this is oh shit, you can't see something here. Alright, I'm glad it ain't my picture collection. Alright, remember, she was the face of traditionalism for black women. Alright, mostly for black men. Everyone's into barely wearing clothes these days, huh? Not my style. I like to keep the good stuff covered up for the one who matters. Now, what year was this? Like, this is the type of tweet she used to put out. Now, again, she was faking the funk like a nasty dunk. But this was Ayesha Curry's position from initially. So a lot of men celebrated her like, yes, this is the wife that all women should aspire to be.
Now, what changed? What changed?
2015.
It's a question.
All right, 2015, 10 years ago. All right, 2015.
What changed?
2016 was that. All right, and this came on BuzzFeed. So that was 2015 was that tweet.
What
so
changed?
This is before a lot of y'all that watch me were even adults. You guys were children. This is why Ayesha Curry, she's kind of interesting now to us. Because we're like, wait a minute. All right, hold on for a second. Where's my wait a minute? Who are you? Yeah, she was like,
wait a minute. Who are you?
But now she's turning boss baby. All right, and this is just one tweet. All right, but she was a pygmy back in the day. She was literally, women hated her. Because every time she talked, all the women would go crazy. All right, they would go hella crazy listening to Ayesha Curry. Women would go ape shit listening to her. Because back in 2015, going into 2017, Ayesha Curry was this. All right, covered up. Only one man matters to me. I'm a wife and a kid first. I'm a traditionalist. So for people who don't know that, that's some context to give you one.
I want to know what changed.
Talked about
what changed?
Ayesha. Okay, so now let's take you to the Defense Force.
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on
Thank y'all for being here. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, please. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, please. Thank y'all for being here.
You're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information, related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but to create a free account, just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view, and yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. We have some women that are defending this, obviously. And let me see here. We're gonna start with this woman right here. Let's see what we got here. We have
tap screen, please.
So you know,
Please tap screen, please.
right? Ayesha Curry
Please
is
tap
what?
screen.
Ayesha Curry is what happens when a generation of 21-year-olds tell themselves that they're ready to be wives and they're ready to find love of their lives and settle down instead of being hoes. Every single time we have a conversation about her or about what she said in the interview, the tone that people take is very judgmental. Everyone's very disgusted in her. She's the bottom of the barrel. We can't believe that she would be so ungrateful and so miserable. And she's like, oh, Steph Curry deserves so much better than her. And at the core of what she's expressing is a girl who got with a guy very, very young in life before she had any like real life experiences and then married him. Now they've been married X amount of years, I don't know, 10, 12 years, I'm not sure, right? And they have 4 kids together, and he is extremely famous, and she is his wife. That is what her entire life is. And now she's reaching 40, and it's starting to click in her head that, oh my God, I only have one life to live. And now it seems like, because of the choices that I've made, my entire life will only be defined by this person. I will only ever be his wife and the mother of his children. And it's very interesting for Ayesha Curry to speak out about it because for the past, like, I don't know, it was like 8 years or so, she's been building a career and a brand for herself, right? Like, she had cookbooks, she had her own talk show, she had like a food show, right? Like, she's been building a brand all for herself and a name for herself, making a career for herself. And her still expressing the sentiment of feeling unsatisfied is because it seems like no matter what she does, all she ever...
Ma'am, her being unsatisfied is her problem. And that's what you need to understand. Her being unsatisfied is an issue within herself. Steph Curry cannot be blamed for her being unsatisfied. Do not do that. That's unfair to that man. Let's get back into this.
ever will be is his wife and the mother of his children.
Let me stop you here, gentlemen. This is what
Go
she
ahead,
said.
Coach
And by the
Greg.
way, look at the engagement here on this post. Guys, Chris Rock said you can hand a woman a diamond dick and it's not going to be enough. And I know that. That's why when I'm out here at the JUCO, when I'm out here dealing with women, I give them a little bit, and I know it's just gonna be a wash. Eventually, she gonna start looking the other way. I don't have enough to give a woman. I got a lot, nigga. I got a lot. Like, my profile is a lot, and women still come over here and be like, yeah, that ain't enough, and they'll still go over there and butterfly here and there. And I'll be like, shit, if I can't hold on to a woman, and you can't force them to do it. The more you force them to stay on your program, the more they're gonna rebel. They'll be good for a little bit, okay, but I got a lot to give them, and they still be over there exercising their options.
Yep.
Exercising their options. You're hearing this, and she's blaming it on she was very young, 21. Yes, in America, 21 is young. I think that's ridiculous. She's too young to get married. This is what happens when women marry young. She had a career going for her. What? Cookbooks? The husband was making $100 million a year, and she talking about some cookbooks.
Oh, crap.
If you've been hurt in a motorcycle accident, get the help you deserve.
Hold on, y'all. I know something messed it up. Here we go.
Cookbooks? The husband was making $100 million a year, and she talking about some cookbooks. Okay? She talking about cookbooks in a cooking show that Steph was funding.
Yeah.
Steph put up the front money.
Show hell did.
I'm not Steph Curry.
I don't get why she's mad though, cause everything she got is because of her husband. Point blank, end of discussion.
If I can't keep a bitch, if Steph can't keep a bitch happy, I can't keep a bitch happy at all. I ain't even gonna try. So
Talk about it.
happy, I'll be like, all right.
Talk about it, Coach Greg.
Musical chairs. Next. All right, we've reached our limit. I see
Tap
you
screen,
out here
tap screen,
trying to
tap screen,
float on,
please.
you trying to look at another, go
Please
ahead.
tap the screen.
All right, go get him. Now, what women want to do is they don't want that. Now, let me just tell you how this works. Okay? Because if she was making cookbooks without Steph Curry, them cookbooks wouldn't have floated. But what women want to do ultimately, and what Ayesha Curry is doing, is she's holding on to Steph, and she's trying to get to the next branch. They call it monkey bar.
Oh, monkey branching. Talk about it. It's monkey branching. Talk about it.
She's holding on to the Steph image and name and likeness, and she's then trying to go to the next thing. What I do is I tell them, okay, no more branch. Okay, that's why they call me, the Russian woman call me ruthless. Because while she's trying to hold on to me and get what she wants, she's trying to get to the next branch, and I'll cut the branch off, and they'll fall.
Exactly, cut that damn branch.
Okay, and that's why they call me ruthless. I'm like, oh no, okay, I see you reaching out to another branch. I'll cut the branch, and them bitches will fall down to the ground.
Damn right.
And they'll get, you know what I mean? They'll start facing shit. They'll start doing
cut the branch.
After the divorce.
Cut the branch.
You see what I'm saying? I don't let women monkey branch on me. I don't let bitches do that. I'll just be like, oh, bitch, you get nothing. So this is what she's doing. She's trying to reach out to the next thing. Then when she gets it, then she'll cut Steph. If Ayesha was a woman that stand on her word, she would cut Steph off right now, take the divorce money and see what she can get out here. Where she ain't gonna get shit. She might pick up another guy. She's not gonna get a guy that's on Steph's level. She knows this. Alright, so this is what she's doing. And now what the women are saying is she was so young and she wanted to nah.
The sentiment that she's trying to describe is being like, oh my god, when I die, I will have wasted my entire life belonging to other people. I would have never been my own person. Because I got with him so young, I robbed myself
That's
of
her
of
problem.
becoming my own person, of being.
I did not tell you that I got with him so young, I robbed myself.
Me.
My own person.
My own person.
This makes no sense to me.
I can't help y'all guys.
And came in with the Undertaker sound.
Y'all want this to be different. Y'all want to find women that think differently. I'm just telling you, of the available single women today, there's not many. There might be some married women that think like this right now, and there may be a few single women that think like this. A few that are under 25 and marriageable. Not no 30, 29-year-old, 31, 34. We're talking about young women between 21 and 25 that have this as a goal. This is feminist ideology, as I said.
Yeah, it is feminist ideology.
They have the software downloaded for feminism. That's
talk about it.
This is all feminism talk. Okay.
Marcy, is she leaving Steph Curry? I don't know, but it seems like she just simply it's like she hates the life that she has, and for the life of me, I can't understand it. I mean, she is actually worth $20 million by herself. So I don't understand why she feels like she's caged up and all that. I just don't understand why she feels the way she does.
This is all programming and propaganda. Rob me of who I could have become because I was so young when I got married. Bro, hey, listen, and this is Steph Curry we talking about, not some nigga who's a plumber.
Talk about it.
But anyway, let's continue here. She has 7 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna go that long.
She is actually mourning is her individuality and her sense of self.
Yeah.
A very uncomfortable conversation. conversation a lot of you are not willing to have. You're also not willing to even try and attempt to have a conversation from a place of grace. Because every video I've seen talking about it has some people like looking down on her and talking to her crazy and being like, your husband doesn't cheat on you, your husband doesn't beat on you, I can't believe that you're being so ungrateful. Like, I'm sorry if some people are just a little bit more ambitious and they don't think that the top of the mountain, the top of the hill is being somebody's wife, is being somebody's mother. And it's possible with Ayesha, especially because she met him so young, that she thought that it'd be enough. That she thought that she'd get there and she would feel fulfilled and she would love her life. And instead, she feels miserable. She feels like she's not a person anymore. And again,
okay, so breaking that down, she thought that, again, this is why you have to listen to what women are saying to you now.
Yep.
I want to be settled, and I want to have a family. I want to get out of the streets. I want a guy that supports. I want to provide.
Exactly.
Okay, you're going to give that to her. Boom. 7, 10, 12 years down the line, bait and switch. Oh, I could have been this.
Talk about Coach Greg. Come on.
I took your last name, and I just feel like a mom and a wife, and I feel like I'm not making a contribution to it. I feel like I need to go back to work. I feel like I need to have a career. This isn't just Ayesha Curry's problem. This is a lot of women's problems because they do have a lot
sad
of
but true.
Most any other women that have ever existed.
It's sad, but it's true.
So this is what you're going to experience. I don't care if it's Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry, or your goofy ass. This is what it is. I chose that life. I thought I would be happy, but boom, I'm not. But everybody thinks that every woman would trade for that. A lot of women would trade for Ayesha Curry's position. Yeah, and you're trying to negotiate with this. Dude, you come home from work and you had a great day from work. Maybe I scored 30. All right, I was giving Anthony Edwards the business, pause, and she ain't happy. She's sitting in the corner crying because she didn't.
Is it Lalima? I understand her feelings, but the thing is, you can feel what you feel, but you don't have to basically punch down on your husband. You can feel the way you feel, but don't punch down on the person you're married to. It's all I'm saying.
Came from therapy, rocking like this. And you're like, what's going on? You can't even celebrate your wins as a man and have somebody. Women don't see themselves as wives.
And here's the thing that a lot of people miss, Marcy. He doesn't, hold the spotlight. Yeah, thank you. She is jealous. See, her problem is she wants to be the main character. But the thing is, in this story, so to speak, her role is not to be the main character. Her role is to be the head supporting cast member. And she's dissatisfied. She's in a good position, but she is still dissatisfied. It is not Seth's fault that she's not satisfied. The reason she's not satisfied is on her and her alone. That the issue that she has is within herself, not in Seth, not in the in the marriage particular. The issue is within herself. And she needs to take that issue and get that issue fixed. Plain and simple. Let's get back to Coach Greg Adams. Get this last little part here. Come on, Coach Greg.
They see themselves getting married at some particular point, not as a wife and a mother. They don't want that to be their sole identity. When I say they, I'm saying the majority. The majority of single women today don't see that, right? And ask a Gen Z woman or a Zennial, do they want to have kids? They'll be like, hell no. Right?
Yeah, these new age.
Gave it to her. I want to provide.
And I'm gonna tell you something. For your moms that's around like 35 and up, I guarantee you, if you have female children and ask them, do they see themselves as mothers? I guarantee you, 90% of the teenage girls out here will say no. I guarantee you. And the reason they will say no is because the new age generation is very much into the ideology of the quote unquote feminist ideology. I'm not. Okay, here's what I want to say to Lalima. It's not about her wanting what she wants for herself. That's fine, but to constantly bring it up is the issue that I'm having. You don't have to bring it up all the time. It sounds every when you constantly bring it up, bring something up, it sounds like you whining and you're complaining. Don't nobody want to be around a person who whines, whimper, and bitch and complain all the time. They don't want that. You got a choice. If you're not satisfied with where you at, either you stay there or you change it. And that's just how it is. Let's get back into this last little bit.
So even you gave it to her. I want a provider male. I want a man that pays all the bills. As soon as you pay all the bills, I have a video that says you pay all the bills, it becomes financial abuse. I don't have control. I don't have power. He pays all the bills. I don't get to see the money. He only gives me money when I ask for it. I have to ask for him to get money. He just doesn't give it to me. Financial abuse. He asks me for my credit card statements. He wants to know where I am. Too much control.
Talk about
So
Coach
they asked for
Greg.
the provider when they got provider treatment.
Thank you, Marcy.
Oh man, this.
Let me see if I can pin this. Can I pin this? There we go. Notice what Marcy said here. She can talk. Notice she says she can talk this out with her husband, and no one has to know about it. And that's the main problem. It's not the problem she's talking about it. It's a problem that she put this in public. Cause I've always heard that anything that was family business is supposed to stay in the house. At least that's how it was back in the day. But nowadays, the women my age and lower really don't care about keeping, certain stuff in the house.
Shit ain't for me. I want you to provide and just turn the other cheek. Don't ask me about nothing. Just give me the money and don't say nothing. Let me tell you another video.
I got Pops Coach Greg again. And I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let's say if I was with a woman and I'm paying for everything. How can a woman tell the man, give me the money, and don't ask questions? You know how weird that sounds? Can y'all hear how weird that sounds? Just saying. Let's get last couple minutes.
Let me tell you another video. Okay, we'll try to negotiate with this. Again, are there women out here that who would be the antithesis of this? Sure. But good luck. There's more of us looking for that woman than there are of those women. Okay. There's more of us looking for that woman.
Pay attention.
Available of that woman. All right, we have another sister again. The sisters are chiming in because, the least married, most divorced, have something to say about this.
Ayesha Curry is one of those people who, when she talks, I immediately block out anything anyone has to say. I don't even let their opinion of what she's saying enter my ear before I run and go watch it and listen to it for myself. Because she is one of those people that we as a society, or not we, a lot of people have this irrational irritation towards, that anything she says or does will irritate them. Tyla is one of those people. Gabrielle Union is one of those people. I'm sure we can all think of someone. People collect.
And that's because Gabrielle Union has time and time again disrespected black men. But continue, ma'am.
As a society, they have just decided they dislike and will rule out anything and everything that comes out of their mouth and will just look for an opportunity to kick them down. And as it pertains to Ayesha Curry, I think it is really unfortunate because even though I am child-free, she is saying something that I have heard many women say. Many women who are wives, many women who are especially mothers who have devoted their lives to their children, or their lives may not have panned out the way they thought they were going to. And that's something that you start to realize and think about the older you get, but especially as you start to near your 40s. And it's very natural for Ayesha Curry to be experiencing what she is experiencing and speaking out about it.
Let me stop her right there. Let me stop her right there. Now you fools think you're gonna beat this, okay? Silence, you fool! You fools think you're gonna beat this. I'm here to tell you, you're not gonna beat this.
Talk about Coach Greg.
There ain't enough Christ.
Talk about it.
There ain't enough Allah that's gonna beat this. Now maybe some Allah, all right, because these women seem to be scared.
Not at all.
But Christ, they ain't scared of. All right, because Christ washes all sins away. There ain't enough God that's going to defeat this. Okay, I'm just letting you know. And she's now said what I said. Yeah, you're going to experience this bait and switch. All right, that's what you're getting out here. Eventually, by that 40, 35, mid-30s, 35, 2, 3 kids in, now you're going to start seeing her reflecting on what, I could have been this, and I should have experienced that. And, you forced me to have kids, and you took away my youth. And, I could have been 25 at the club, but I'm 25 and got married. Right? And I had kids, and I was changing diapers, and these hoes was out here getting trains ran on them and going to concerts and fucking rappers backstage and catching herpes. Like,
talk about Coach Greg.
That would have been better for me. Now, if she would have been out there, there's women out here, they get tired of that. All right? Or they just become accustomed to it and live it out while they're trying to find a simp-ass provider. Right? Like
basically, tap the screen, please. Tap the screen, please.
And then when the provider mail comes, then he's weak, he's easy, he's not manly enough, and then she still cheats on him.
Yep. We are almost done. I just got a final remark. If you, as a woman, are beginning to feel the way that Ayesha Curry is feeling, number one, talk to your husband or your guy. If you're feeling the way that Ayesha Curry is feeling, talk to your husband, number one. Number two, keep it in house. Now, I'm a single guy saying this. I'm a single guy saying this. I think what goes on between a husband and a wife ain't supposed to be nobody's business but the two of them. That's just my opinion. Now, if you're going around like Ayesha Curry, telling your business to any and everybody, this is what should be said to you. And give me a second to find it. Let me find Reverend X. Listen.
Next caller, me. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Eventually, if you keep putting that man's business in the street, that's basically what he's gonna say to you. He just gonna cut you off. With that being said, reach one, teach one. Holler at y'all later. Peace. See y'all later. Peace.